Next one is UAE job market news. Now, this might interest a lot of people about the job market because this is what you want to know about, because it'll affect and impact expatriates. UAE pharma giant, that is Gulf Pharmaceuticals Industry, or Jalfar. If you go to any pharmacy and you check any medicine that is Jalfar, it is made locally by UAE. They are going to replace its top management and appoint new board members because it's coming under financial strain. Why is that? Because of it's in Saudi, give it certain ban to sell certain medicines. Revenues have been declining, and Jalfar is supposed to be Middle East and Africa's largest pharmaceutical company. I didn't know this, which is based in UAE, and it's owned by the Ras Al Khaimah government. The problem started once cough syrups and mouthwashes, which were, red flag was raised by health authorities. They said you're violating or this not meeting certain standards. Then Saudi Arabia put a ban on certain of its medicines, and that affected its stock prices. That resulted in market share decline. And now they are going to cut down 150 jobs from here. You're not talking of small jobs, you're talking of people in big positions, because they need to bring down their expenses. Little bit of good news. I don't know if you call this good news or bad news, but 700 workers who are not paid for 1 year to 2 years. Just imagine you're working for a company, you're not being paid for 2 years. You're living in a country, you're just spending money, but you're not earning anything for 2 years. So finally, they were paid their unpaid salaries. Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshi laborers. They were living on charity by church volunteers who are giving them food, medicine, and basics. But it seems most of the workers were helpless. Many of them said they were not able to see the children get married. They had to cancel their marriage plans, children's marriage plans. Many of them were unable to even see their parents when their parents died. The company's name is Atco General Contracting. It lost this labor case in the Dubai courts, and now it has to pay these people money. What I look at it as is, it's shocking. How the fuck can you keep quiet for 2 years? Just imagine, 1 month if you don't get your salary, how do you manage your expenses? 2 years, and these people could not apply for other jobs. They could not leave the country. They could not do anything. See, this is one of the major reasons why people don't want to go to the Gulf, or why it's risky to go to the Gulf, because you'll end up being stuck there. If the company doesn't pay you and they hold your documents, they hold your passport, you can't work for another company, you can't leave the country, you can't do anything until the court says, okay, yalla, now we have solved the case. Congratulations, you get your money. So if you're willing to take the risk, well, it's up to you. Livemint.com. This is not a UAE-based this is a website. It seems that Dubai unemployment stats have been rising, even though business in the construction or the transactions in the construction industry has increased. Employment has fallen for the third straight month. Why? Because firms or companies are scared to increase their overheads. You need to understand that salaries, if you increase salaries or increase the number of people, you're increasing your fixed expenses per month, guaranteed expenses, you're increasing it. So that is why they don't want to increase the number of people working. Instead, what they're doing is removing the number of people and giving one person to do two people's jobs. And they call this efficiency and productivity by making people work more or do multiple jobs. So they're not employing more people. They're not increasing their salaries, and they're afraid to invest more. So the reason for this is because of businesses are closing down, selling prices are declining, and margins are being compressed. Barclays, this report is by Bloomberg, and which was taken up by Arabian Business. Barclays Bank is to cut 20% jobs in UAE, especially in the wealth management business. Why? Because nobody wants to invest. Nobody has excess money to pay, and that's why you need to reduce the number of banking staff. Now, these banking staff, they were purely salespeople who used to take money from other people and invest and get their fat commissions. Now, no more fat commissions, no more fat jobs. Barclays cut 150 corporate and investment jobs in 2016. it's cutting another 20% once again because of challenging business market conditions. Nobody wants to invest money and they don't trust banks anymore. Deutsche Bank, which is going to terminate 18,000 people globally, said it's too early to determine how many people they're going to terminate from the Middle East. But yes, it is confirmed that 18,000 people will lose their jobs because they need to pay off 8.3 billion. Okay, it's an 8.3 billion global restructuring plan. This is the amount of money that is being involved, and they have a loss of 560 million for another quarter. Another quarter is out of 4. That means every 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. So the second quarter they have 560 million. So their losses are going to nearly hundreds of millions of dollars, with a net loss of 2.8 billion euros. That's big money.